Hello. It is meeting. It is meeting morning. The morning of meeting. Not S. Meeting. Just meeting. I'm also part of trying to break my funk of whatever's going on right now, or my creative slump. I'm trying to go back to my habits of old. I'm also introducing a couple new ones, seeing how they work. The first habit that I'm trying to introduce is going somewhere else to work. And I think this has to do with my desk being in a different position from last time. I don't quite understand why it is where it is, that like I don't want to go there. Maybe the other corner was much more secluded. I don't know. But the work is not, I'm not making time for the work. So, I don't know. Again, this is coming off of my re-evaluation of valuation. Talking about what's really important, and spending more time with my family and my wife and my kids. And it's so much easier now to just be like, yeah, let's do that, yeah, let's play Mario. Let's play Mario Odyssey. Let's play Zelda. Let's do something like that. It's a lot harder to say, all right, Daddy's gonna disappear for 2 hours, I don't know. I need to work up a proper schedule, but I've needed to do that my entire life, so who knows. I'm trying, so like I said, the old habits, go somewhere else to work and see if that kind of locks you into it. I have trouble getting started lately, so it's a little odd, because that's not usually an issue with me. I usually have a problem like at the final stretch, but like I could look back to like a year and a half ago and say that was not a problem at all. Of course, at that point I was freelancing full time. There's other stuff too, though. I'm afraid YouTube has been particularly interesting to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting too. And a lot of the older computing stuff, and Alan Kay lectures and 8-bit computing and stuff like that. That's all really very interesting to me. But yeah, pretty much everything's very interesting to me. There's so much that is very interesting to me that I could probably listen to podcasts on or watch videos on very interesting things to me for like the rest of my life. And this would not be a very good use of the rest of my life. So the thing it kind of keeps coming back to, and the base or the center of all of this, is becoming logos, like the idea of divine order, the idea that there's boundaries and things have their set spacing, and that there's rules, that there's order, that there's hierarchy, that there's a way that things are supposed to be. And if you do not do them that way, you're just gonna have a bad time. And it's a bit of a, I don't know, it became a little bit of a meme to me, which, that's my head. Everything becomes a bit of a meme to me. But with Owen Benjamin and like E. Michael Jones, I was like, yeah, logos, yeah. And I would, mow the backyard and trim everything, and that's hours of work. But when you're done with it, everything is in order. Your borders are in order. There's no edges creeping into other edges. And I would mow things, and I'd be like, yeah, logos, right, yeah. cool, pumped. Pumped for Logos. But then at the end of it, I realized I wasn't like pumped for Logos. I wasn't just being a meme lord here or just being silly. It was actually true, you know. There was a very heavy vein of truth in it, and I didn't even realize it. I'm establishing borders. I'm creating order over my my land or the area that I'm in charge of. Creating structure there, setting limitations, properly defining the limitations, and just being in control, you know. So I started to realize that it wasn't really a joke. It really was Logos. Like, this is order, and that means that the opposite is the case. You know, if I skip a week or two of mowing, especially if it rains. So if it rains, you skip a day or two. If ever it rains, I look in my backyard and I still kind of have that naturalistic mind. I'm like, oh man, it looks cool. You know, it's like a little jungle back there. Wrong. The jungle is for the jungle. This is your backyard. This is your domain. This is your area. You know, will you be in charge of it? Will you be a good steward of it? And putting it in the frame of reference of geographical area or you know, real estate area, the place where you live, and particularly the place where my kids play. You know, they really love playing back there. Putting it in that perspective, it's very easy to be like, oh wow, you know, this does need order, this does need control, and I am the person who's in charge of it. And if it becomes Logos, Logos, then it's not Logos, and it's only my fault, and that needs to change. So it's very easy to take that and then, you know, take that idea, and I seem to be getting a lot better at this. Pick up that idea, that concept, move it to a different context in your life, and plug it back in and go, oh, crap, I'm doing this wrong. So, you know, applying that to my time, applying it even to my learning. You know, I can, like I said, I can listen to interesting YouTube videos and learn stuff, and then blather on about things, that, you know, esoterica. And that's cool, but it's not doing. You know, it's not creating. It's not working on the things that are of primary or even really secondary importance. You know, there are some things that I need to learn specifically for the things I'm trying to do, but there's no order in, you know, my task list. There's no order in my instructions. There's no order in my schedule. So this is one of the things that I did this over a decade ago. I found out about these probably in high school. This is maybe a little after. It's called a pocket mod, and it's basically a single sheet notebook. And you get 4 pages, you know, 8 sides, and it's made from a single sheet. It unfolds. So there's your sheet of paper. And just with some clever folding, you know, you fold it in half, you fold it into one of these. You make, what is it? Yeah, you fold it in half, you cut here, and then you unfold and then refold, and then you get this little booklet. And it's, you know, 1 sheet of paper. You make it from scrap paper. You're probably going to lose it, but you don't really care. It's very small. It fits in your pocket, and even just, like, you can do that with just a sheet of paper and your pocket knife. But this has, I don't know if you can see this, that has just dots, like grid dots on it, which is one of my favorite types of lines in lining in note-taking. And there's so many books out there that are like, oh yeah, just you know, you pay extra to get dots, to get printed dots. Like, why? But it's light, it's handy, and it's easy to, you know, I got this thing with journals where I'm like, oh no, if I write in it, will it really be that important? You know, like, am I ruining it slightly? Like this, you just, who cares, you know? And it's easy to carry around, lightweight, easy to use. But if you go to the actual Pocket Mod website, which I believe is pocketmod.com or something like that, it has like these predefined pages of different things and different layouts and, you know, even games and stuff like that. You know, schedule. So something like this is easy to have out in front of me, because things have to be out and in front of me. They have to be in my eye line and usually interruptive. So that's kind of easy to focus things, to keep up on things, to jot things down real quick, because that's always the name of the game with me. It's getting things out of my head as quickly as possible. But the next name of the game needs to be stopping and evaluating all those things and determining which things are particularly important. Sonic does not offer coffee that lacks sugar, nor do they have a sugar-free option, which I wanted at the end of the day yesterday. Their coffee is like, it's like part milkshake. It's super thick. It's weird. I guess I'm done. We're just chilling here, you know, hanging out. How are you doing? All right, I'm gonna get inside and see if I can't squeeze a little bit of work in before this this meeting starts, which I should be able to. If I can maintain the focus. Wish me luck. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Good weekend having you. Smooth.